This is Daily Read Bible Study, day 130 for Saturday, May 9th, 2020, focusing on 2 Chronicles 8 through 11. Now, this Daily Read Bible Study, again, is very similar to day 103, and a lot is repeated. Through comparison, I see that kings of Judah are portrayed positively more than negatively, and I'm going to acknowledge this as my own bias in reading the text. Feel free to come up with a different conclusion, but let's get into why I think that is the case. In 2 Chronicles 8, we see details about how King Solomon rebuilt some of the cities given to him by King Hiram of Tyre. It also states that King Solomon gets more gold with King Hiram instead of King Hiram, as first, in 2 Kings kind of mentioned. So King Solomon then appoints the Levites as King David commanded in 1 Chronicles 23. That was on day 125, that reference there. He gains Hamath Zobah and builds Upper Beth Horon and Lower Beth Horon and Baalath. Now, it's interesting that you see there the Baal is again brought up, and this could be signs of things to come. But in general, I find it odd that Judah's connection with Baal is downplayed here in 2 Chronicles. I can only find 2 times in 2 Chronicles where it is directly stated that a king of Judah worshipped Baal. Now, if we remember from their 2 Kings, there's a lot of the tribe of Israel and the tribe of Judah who do things that are evil on the side of the Lord and worship Baal, but it's only directly stated here twice in connection with 2 Chronicles 28:2, King Ahaz, and then 2 Chronicles 33:3 with King Manasseh, both of the tribe of Judah. So it is not that the information in 2 Kings has changed, but rather I think the focus seems to tell the story of Judah, trying to stay faithful to God, and instead of focusing too much on the ways that they are unfaithful. Now, they're going to discuss some of the things that they do wrong, but that's my general bias. In 2 Chronicles 9, I feel like it's important to repeat the story of the Queen of Sheba because it's an important story and also connected with the premise of a lot of the wisdom literature ascribed to Solomon. I'm thinking of Ecclesiastes and then also like the Song of Songs, Song of Solomon. So Solomon is connected with Proverbs as well, and just a reminder too that the Apocrypha, the quote-unquote Catholic Bible, contains a book called the Wisdom of Solomon. So let's get to this Queen of Sheba revisit, pulling from day 103 of the Daily Read Bible Study. Solomon's fame is growing along with his wisdom and wealth. Even people from other nations come to marvel before Israel. King Solomon is visited by the Queen of Sheba. In our account, 2 Chronicles 9:5 says, "So she said to the king, 'The report was true that I heard in my own land of your accomplishments and of your wisdom. But I did not believe the reports until I came, and my own eyes saw it. Not even half of the greatness of your wisdom has been told to me. You far surpass the report that I had heard.'" Thus King Solomon feels blessed by the Queen of Sheba and decides to return the favor. In 2 Chronicles 9:12 it says, "Meanwhile King Solomon granted the Queen of Sheba every desire that she expressed, well beyond what she had brought to the king. Then she returned to her own land with her servants." Part of the point is that the king has a lot of gold and makes all sorts of things with this gold, including ornamental golden shields and drinking vessels. And then 2 Chronicles 9:22 says, "Thus King Solomon excelled all the kings of the earth in riches and wisdom. All the kings of the earth sought the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom, which God had put into his mouth. This wealth is from God, mainly as compensation for Solomon's wise counsel to other nations. And as another illustration of his wealth, it is said in 2 Chronicles 9:27, the king made silver as common in Jerusalem as stone. It was everywhere. In 2 Chronicles 10, we see the death of Solomon and have no reports of his concubines, his love of women, or his errors as described in 1 Kings chapter 11. Instead, we move right along to his son Rehoboam being king, and Jeroboam, son of Nebat, calling Rehoboam out for his Pharaoh-esque enslavement. I think a concise summary of events is given here in 2 Chronicles 10:15. So the king did not listen to the people, because it was a turn of affairs brought about by God, so that the Lord might fulfill his word, which he had spoken by Ahijah the Shilonite, to Jeroboam son of Nebat. Thus, because he did not listen, the people respond to King Rehoboam's words. What share do we have in David? We have no inheritance in the son of Jesse. Each to your own tents, O Israel. Look now to your own house, O David. So all Israel departed to their tents. King Rehoboam sends the taskmaster to get them back, which the Israelites stone to death, and King Rehoboam flees to the safety of Jerusalem. So it says in 2 Chronicles 10:19, so Israel has been in rebellion against the house of David to this day. 2 Chronicles 11 then goes on to mention the conflict caused by King Rehoboam, but 2 Chronicles paints the king of Judah in a positive light. For King Rehoboam listens to the prophets of the Lord in not attacking Israel. He also fortifies the cities of Judah and Benjamin, which gives them more security in his days. King Rehoboam also strengthens Judah's bond with the priests, which is a positive. And the priests are the ones who get kicked out by Jeroboam, son of Nebat, and his sins, picking up in 2 Chronicles 11:14. The Levites had left their common lands and their holdings and had come to Judah and Jerusalem because Jeroboam and his sons had prevented them from serving as priests of the Lord. Remember, Jeroboam appoints other ones to be the priest of Baal because the priests of the Lord don't want to do it. And so Jeroboam had appointed his own priest for his high places, and for the goat demons, and for the calves that he had made. What we get from this is Jeroboam and Israel is wrong, and Rehoboam and Judah are right. It even says here in 2 Chronicles 11:23, he dealt wisely. That is not the picture that was painted in 2 Kings. But it says he dealt wisely, indicating the perspective tends to gloss over some of the challenges of King David, right? No Bathsheba account. And Solomon, no mention of the concubines. And Rehoboam, labeling him as wise. So the strongest of this heritage of the rulers of Judah is seen in a very positive light. I have this pro-Judean hypothesis, and we will see if I'm right or wrong as we continue more in this Daily Bread Bible study, but that will be for our next